Hi, welcome to another walk with Harvey. Now this one's a bit different this week. There's no Harvey, and the reason is I'm in England, just a flying visit, but I thought I'd take the opportunity to go through the old hometown Glossop, which is in North Derbyshire, quite close to Manchester, about halfway between Manchester and Sheffield, and do a walk that I've probably done more than any walk in my life, up the Nab in Glossop. Now the Nab is a hill that's just behind where I grew up, so quite often we just go through the back gate and into the fields and up the hill. So yeah, I've probably done this hundreds of times in my youth, but not in the last 30 years anyway. So it's going to be interesting seeing if I can remember the way up. I'm parked at the Hare and Hounds pub here. So yeah, it's a very old pub. I think, just looking at the date above the door, 1784 it was built. So yeah, very old pub. I'll see if we've got time for a quick pint, but they might not be serving with the lockdown restrictions. Anyway, better get on with it so I can get back in time for the boat. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Now when I was 10 or 11, there used to be a rope swing hanging from this tree that used to just swing across here, but it looks like that's long gone. A bit overgrown to be doing that now. A slightly different technique to the Morn wall, but I'm guessing this is a good bit older. I'm just trying to debate here how much time I've got, because if I go across that field, top of that wee hill there, gives you views all over Manchester and that direction. But it's pretty overcast, so the views aren't going to be great today anyway. So I might just stick to my plan and do the Nab and back down around the other side. It's amazing, even though it's probably 30 years since I've done this walk, how familiar bits of it are. I wouldn't say that all of it's coming back to me. There's bits that don't feel as familiar. Now the cloud has cleared a good bit there, so I can actually get a bit of a view of Glossop and Simonley, and I can see my old house just at the end of the field down there. There's no way this camera's picking it up. I'll maybe put an arrow down. I'm sure we'll be walking past it later anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's Glossop. Now there's one thing missing from this picture. When I was growing up, I remember, I think 1977, I was at Simonley Primary School, and we saw a chimney being erected in Glossop. Nobody really wanted it up, and it stayed there for 30 years, and they finally took it down. So I think this is the first time I've seen Glossop without the chimney. Rumour was that it was the tallest chimney in Europe, and the idea was it had to be so tall to get the toxic fumes coming out above the line of the hills, but it never worked. The smoke just used to fall down on the town, giving people all sorts of diseases. So yeah, finally they got rid of it. So yeah, that improves the view immensely. Glad to see the back of that. Good job Harvey's not here, he'll be after these sheep. I'm trying to work out what this is, and I don't want to explore too much. That's a bit scary. Looks like Bruce Forsyth's toupee. I'm not touching that. you know something, I'm not 100% sure these trees were when I was growing up. I think this is what's confusing me, because this is like the top of the nab. Or was the bit where I was talking about earlier, where the cars are, is that the top officially? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think we might go up there anyway. Don't think I need my walking boots today. Now, if we had time, I'd be going straight ahead here, because this path brings us to a lovely wee village that for the life of me I can't remember the name of. I'll write it down below, but there's a lovely wee pub and it's a great wee walk, but not one I've got time for today, which is unfortunate. So we'll just go and see if we can get a view up the road here. Yeah, so that bit where the trees are, I think that's the top of the nab, but I definitely don't remember them trees. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody from Glossop will correct me. Were they there 30 years ago or not? I'm not sure. But yeah, in that direction, it's meant to be a great view of Manchester and all that direction. But yeah, as you see, we're seeing nothing today. But it's still great to be up here. Now this bit here used to be an electric fence running along here, and I remember, I can't remember what age I would have been, but grabbing both parts of the electric fence to pull it apart for somebody to step through and getting a shock right in my chest. So yeah, don't touch electric fences. But to be fair, I didn't know. So just down that hill is Charlesworth, where my grandma used to live. Right, not much time to hang about. I'm gonna have to head back down the hill. Just realised I've got a bit more time, so I'm exploring a bit further. Now I can't remember whether there's access to the top of this next hill here. We'll go and have a look anyway. Okay, so I've just noticed this sign here. So Derbyshire County Council and Natural England are working closely to resolve funding issues and complete the Pennine Bridleway National Trail around Glossop. However, in the meantime, I saw there's no public right of access along the track. So yeah, I better not go that way. But good to know they're trying to develop it anyway. Okay, I know roughly which way I'm going. I'm trying to find the old Hobroyd rope mill. So I doubt it's still there. I definitely know it's not operational. I remember it set in fire during the 80s. I don't know whether it ever reopened after that. But anyway, if I can find the remains, I'll know we're going in the right direction. I know people always say it rains up north. It's certainly living up to its reputation today. Yeah, I definitely remember this bit now. But apparently that's not a public footpath now. I'm sure I used to go down that way. But anyway, let's go down the proper route. Looks to me like somebody's changed their mind about access, private land. But there was a stile at some point. Yeah, there's a few of these signs now. I thought this was near the place where people fought for the right to roam. Oh, what's that say? Whitley Nab. Oh, look at that. My grandparents used to be a member of the CHA, so this sign was presented by Manchester CHA Club on the occasion of their 80th anniversary in 2001. We used to go to CHA dances where they used to put talcum powder on the floor, so me and my brothers would drag each other around on the floor sliding on it before they did the dances. Now, I don't remember this bit being here when I was growing up. Unfortunately, no time to explore today. Gotta get back. Now, this bit isn't as familiar as I thought it might be. I think the bit earlier on where there was no access, I think that's the bit I used to walk when I was a kid. So, yeah, I think this is taking me a bit of a longer route back to the car. This road down here, I remember when I was, oh, what age would it have been, 9 or 10, and the police had a speed trap there, but it was one of the old ones where you ran over a cable on the road, and we were on our bikes and they let us go over the cable to see how fast we were going on our bikes, and I'm pretty sure I got fastest, but it was either Richard Mitchell or Andrew Hudson reckon they went fastest and the machine was broke, but I'm pretty sure I went fastest. Yeah, that pass brought us out a good bit out from where I want to be, so I might have a bit of a jog on here trying to get back to the car. From what I remember from the paper round, that used to be the lane up to Hobroyd Mill. But if it was private access from the other direction, I don't think I'm going to risk it. We'll go down the road. I remember this garage. That's where my dad used to get his car serviced. And I remember the reg. Silver Ford Granada GNC 71V. These houses weren't here when I was growing up. This bridge here used to be a path called the Chicken Run because there was chickens by it. Now, footpath here. I'm wondering, will that bring us where I want to go? That's a cliche, but this was all fields when I was a lad. Aha, Hobroyd Farm. I knew we'd find Hobroyd eventually. Oh, here we go, here's a sign. Public footpath, left and straight on. So yeah, there's a path down that way. Looks like you can't even get up to Hobroyd anymore. But I'm pretty sure this is the path that I need to be going on to get back to the car anyway. Yeah, so that access point earlier on where the stile was and it said no access, that was at the top of that field, a couple of fields ahead. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, a good bit of a detour now you have to do for that old walk, but this is very familiar territory now. This field here is where we would spend weeks every year sledging. The Snake Pass that runs into Glossop often gets mentioned on the news because it's one of the first roads to get snowed off in the winter. So we always got, it seems from memory that we always had good winters of lots of snow. So yeah, this was an excellent field for sledging, all the way from the top there down to our house, which is just ahead of you now. That pole in the middle, I don't know if you can see that. There used to be 2 or 3 of them. It was like big cricket wickets. There's only 1 and a bit left now. Here it is, 21 Highview. I lived here from the age of 7 up until 18 or 19, I think. Oh, they've got a new fence, so I don't know how much we'll be able to see. Just sticking the camera over the wall there to take a couple of pictures. There was somebody else walking down the path, so I was telling them about some of the things that used to happen. My dad always used to have a big bonfire every year for Guy Fawkes night in the back garden there. Well, the pond's still there anyway. And each year got more and more elaborate. And we used to have the guy coming down from this tree on a death slide into the bonfire in the garden, and it got more and more elaborate every year, with a boat coming down and a plane. So yeah, some good memories. You can't really see in, and I think I saw somebody in the window there, so I better not stick the camera over. And I'm sure I've misremembered this, but the snow used to be that deep that we used to sledge down here and jump over the hedge into the garden. That can't be right, that's massive. But the drifts might have been high enough that we would have landed near the garden. But yeah, memory is fallible. Reminds me of being back in Northern Ireland. Okay, so just back at the car now, back at the old Hare and Hounds. So that's 4.3 miles, 1 hour 44. I was going to go for a drink, but I think it's only serving food, so I think you've got to be in for food rather than just going and getting a drink. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I'm in a bit of a rush, so I better get on. So yeah, that was a good trip for memory lane for me anyway. So unfortunately I couldn't meet up with any of my old friends. I did try to meet up with my friend Oliver, but he was busy working and it was a bit of a last minute thing. But hopefully I'm going to be back here next year. It's my 50th next year. Me and my brother had planned to do part of the Pennine Way from Edale to Hebden Bridge. So we were going to do it in February when it's our birthday, but I don't think that's going to happen now with the virus still being as it is. So maybe later on in the year. Yeah, but great to be back in Glossop and maybe catch up with some of the old friends next time we're here. So thanks for watching another walk with Harvey. Well, without Harvey this week, but we'll definitely be back with him next week in Northern Ireland. Don't know where we'll be, but hit the bell, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.